Guys, this section is very important, so please don't skip it. Why is this video's thumbnail titled WoW, when the actual Steam reviews are currently sitting at mixed? The answer is pretty simple. The negative reviews are almost all about bugs, not the actual game. People are unfortunately hitting infinite loading screens, black screens after leaving the Anispace, getting stuck in menus, and one really annoying one where you can't save to a specific save slot and have to rely on autosave. These are real problems, and they should not be there at launch. So I get why people are frustrated, but these are launch bugs. I guarantee you, in 1 week from making this video, the reviews will most likely be sitting at very positive, because the game itself, underneath all that, is genuinely great, and this video covers the full version, so let's talk about it. LumenTale Memories of Trey is a monster-catching RPG. You play as a robot called Trey, who wakes up with no memories in a small village, gets taken in by a researcher and his nephew, and slowly starts a new life by becoming a LUMEN, basically a guardian who works alongside creatures called Animon to protect people. The world is called Talea, split between a tech-focused north and a tradition-focused south, with a long history of civil war between them. The story starts small and personal, but clearly has something much bigger underneath it. Let's take a look at the presentation first. Towns like Mirror Silver, this big treehouse market covered in red lanterns and wooden platforms, look genuinely beautiful. The pixel characters walking around them have a lot of personality, and the whole thing simply has this warm and handcrafted feel to it. The battles look great too, with your team of Animon standing on one side and the enemy on the other against detailed 3D backgrounds. The Animon designs are colorful and weird in the best way. Then there's the Anispace, which is a dark and digital grid dimension where your captured Animon live. You can furnish this place, decorate it and spend time with them there. It looks completely different from the rest of the game. It has a pretty cool contrast between the glowing blue grid floor and the warm furniture you can place on it. The game has around 140 Animon across 13 elemental types, and what makes them a little different is that each type connects to an emotion that they can stir in people. So you catch them with the Holo Thing, which works a bit like a Pokeball, but does more. You can throw it in catch mode, battle mode, and also use it to smash things in the world, for example breaking crates, destroying rocks once you unlock the right abilities. It ends up being in your hand constantly. The battles are turn-based with a cycle order, so each Animon on both sides acts in a set sequence. You spend SP on skills, and there's a TP system where you build up points during the fight, and earn a free bonus action when the bar fills. You can also scan enemies mid-battle to learn their weaknesses and resistances, and this info carries over permanently, so you don't have to do it each time again. Later in the game you get into proper 4 vs 4 fights with your full team, and the turn order on the left side of the screen showing everyone's position in the queue makes it feel a lot more tactical. Outside of fights, the exploration is really satisfying. You're picking stuff up off the ground, talking to every NPC, breaking things and finding little details everywhere. When you unlock new abilities later, you can go back to earlier eras and reach spots that were blocked off before. Resting at fountains lets you craft items and cook food from ingredients that you have been collecting, and the cooking has a success rate, so early attempts sometimes fail. The towns in this game feel alive. People have their own small stories. There are things to read and many spots you can discover. Also, the food you make can buff your Animon stats, so it is actually worth putting time into. The game's story so far has a lot of heart. Trey not knowing who he is gives you a clear reason to keep going, and the mystery around his origins gets more interesting the further you get. The characters around him feel like real people, rather than just quiet quest givers. For example, there's this kid who resents LUMEN at first, because of a tragedy in the past. He starts off prickly and difficult, but slowly becomes someone you actually root for. Kapan, the researcher, feels warm and genuine, and even the side characters you meet for 5 minutes have little details. So this game has bugs at launch, real ones, and fixes are most certainly incoming. But the game underneath them is exactly what fans of the genre have been waiting for. A monster-catching RPG that takes the world and story seriously, has combat with actual thought behind it, and keeps finding small ways to surprise you the longer you play. Before we close this video today, a quick side note. I'm able to share game keys from some of the titles I cover with my Patreon supporters each month, thanks to my new publisher partnerships. You see, I actually only have a handful of Patreon supporters right now, so there will be way more keys than I could give out. Most people go for the €5 tier, but it actually starts at just €2 a month, making it pretty much a no-brainer. The link is in the description, and that genuinely helps keep the channel future-proof.